Wherever you are right now, maybe you're on a train, you're sitting in your car before going somewhere, or lying in bed after a very long day, or just trying to get 5 quiet minutes to yourself. A very warm welcome. Now, you don't have to sit perfectly, you don't have to close your eyes, you don't have to be in a calm mood already. Just listen for a few minutes, and that's enough. So, let me tell you what this is. This is a short video series for everyday stress. Stress that you and I have experienced ever so often. The kind of stress that builds up slowly. The kind where your mind keeps jumping from one thing to another. Where one small message, one meeting, one comment, or one unfinished task can stay in your head longer than it needs to. And sometimes it's not even one big problem. It's just too many small things sitting on top of each other, like work, people, pressure, overthinking, self doubt, maybe even tiredness, or us trying to keep everything together. And trust me, when all of this happens, we do not need a huge life lesson. All we need is a few quiet minutes to pause, breathe, and get a little bit of space in your own mind. And that's what these episodes are. Few minutes at a time, one idea at a time, something simple that you can actually use in your real life. And I promise you, you are not here to become a completely different person. You don't have to become someone who's always positive, always calm, always confident, and never affected by anything, because that is not real life. Because, friends, real life is messy. Some days we handle things very well, but some days we react too quickly. Some days we overthink. Some days we feel very confident, completely in control. But then there are some days where one tiny thing can throw you off. But that definitely, surely does not mean that something is wrong with you. It just means that we are humans. So, the aim here is simple, to help you understand yourself a little better. To notice what happens in your mind when you feel stressed. To notice what happens in your body when pressure builds. And to notice the most important, to notice the stories you tell yourself when something goes wrong. And then, slowly, we move to create a little more choice, a little more space before reacting, a little more calm before replying, and very, very important, a little more kindness in the way you speak to yourself. We say, right, be kind to others, but I think we need to first start with ourselves. So we are not here to be perfect. We're just trying to be a little steadier. And that's exactly how each episode I will bring to you will work. We'll take one everyday situation, a normal life situation that you and I experience every day, like a stress before a meeting, maybe a conversation that keeps replaying in your head, maybe feeling anxious before making a decision, or something we do very often, comparing ourselves to someone else. Maybe walking up with that heavy, tense feeling before the day has even started. We'll talk about it in a simple way. Then I'll share one small idea or practice, nothing complicated. Just something you and I can try in normal life. Before a call, after a difficult message, just while walking, while sitting in your car, before going to sleep, even, or in the middle of a day that feels a bit too much. Just think of it like watering a plant. You don't water a plant once and expect it to change overnight. You just give it a little water, a little light, a little care. And slowly, over time, it grows. And that is the feeling I want this series to have. Small, gentle, useful, and repeated whenever you need it. So, before we go any further, let's try a first small practice together. Just a simple reset. So, friends, if you're driving, walking, cooking, or doing anything that needs your attention, please keep your eyes open and stay aware of what's around you. And if you're somewhere safe, then you can even close your eyes for a moment. And this practice is called one knot, one breath. So we all arrive anywhere that we are. We always arrive with some kind of knot in our mind, our body, our head. A work-related knot, a family knot, maybe a money knot, relationship, or sometimes too much to do knot. Or why am I overthinking this again? Knot. And usually that's human nature. The mind, the way it is functioned and wired is, it wants to fix the whole thing immediately. It wants answers now, it wants certainty now, it wants the feeling to go away now. But for the next few moments, we are not going to fix the whole thing. We're just going to pause. So, first, notice where you are. The chair beneath you, the floor under your feet, the phone or the headphones that you're listening through, the air around you, and the sounds nearby. You don't have to change anything. Just notice and tell yourself, I'm here. That's all. Not in yesterday's conversation and not in tomorrow's worry. Not in the thing that you still need to do. Just here. For a few seconds. And after that, just let your shoulders drop a little. Not all the way, just a little. Maybe you'll feel your jaw will soften up a bit. Maybe you'll feel your hands loosen up a bit. Maybe your breathing will slow down slightly. But do not force it. Just let your body know that I can loosen just by 1%. And then ask yourself, very simply, what is the knot I'm carrying right now? Don't search too hard, because it may be obvious then. It may be stress. It may be that you're tired. Maybe some pressure. A thought that keeps coming back. Or it may even be something that you can't quite put a name to. But whatever it is, you don't need to solve it right now. Just notice it and say silently in your head, okay, that's what I'm carrying. Now take one slow breath in and breathe out slowly. As you breathe out, say quietly in your head, I don't have to solve everything right now. Let's do that once more. Breathe in and breathe out. One thing at a time. And that's it. That is the whole practice. Notice where you are, name what you're carrying, and remind yourself. One thing at a time. And you can use that anywhere. You can use it before opening your laptop, before walking into a meeting room, before replying to a message, before going to sleep, or whenever your mind feels like it has 20 tabs open all at once. See, it won't magically remove every problem, but it can give you a little space. And sometimes that little bit of space is enough to respond differently. So across these series, friends, we'll keep it practical. We'll look at how thoughts, words, memories, pictures in your mind, and the body feelings can affect the way you experience stress. We'll talk about things like overthinking, confidence, anxiety, self doubt, emotional reactions, habits, the way we speak to ourselves. And each time, we'll keep it simple. So, one topic, one small practice, and one useful shift. So, here is my only suggestion: come back when you can, not with pressure, just when you need a pause, just when your mind feels noisy and you feel stress is building, and when you want to understand yourself a little better, when you want that few minutes that feel calmer than the rest of the day. Because feeling better usually does not happen all at once. It happens in small moments. For now, that's enough. You came, you listened, you took one breath, and that's all that counts. I'll be right here in the next episode, one thing at a time. Until then, take care.